Go camping then, lad. Come on. Hello again, hope you can hear me alright. It's really windy. We've had 3 weeks now, I think, just non-stop rain and wind. The whole UK has been the same. We had Kiara, I managed to get out camping in that. Skipped it last week while Storm Dennis was happening, hoping that we'd have some decent weather this week. They're not actually calling this one a storm, but the winds have been at least as strong as during Storm Dennis. Hello. So yeah, in for a rough one. I have had a bit of a crazy idea. I really miss swinging in my hammock. I really miss it. So I just want to. I really want to try and get my hammock set up. The estate that I live on, very few trees. I did go out during Kiara and went to walk miles to the only place that there are any trees, and there was far too many loose branches around. Yeah, it just made it impossible. It was dangerous. So I came here 2 weeks ago and cooked a steak, and had an idea that I could maybe rig something up with ropes and get a hammock strung up. I don't know, so I bought the Land Rover, a load of straps, my homemade hammock, and I'm going to see what I can do. So yeah, I'm going to get set up just while there's a bit of a break. It's been rain, hail, snow, sleet, obviously wind. Yeah, it's been chaos. Sorry if I'm a bit distracted, I've just got to watch Macca's. There's a lot of deer around and they don't like dogs. So I'm going to try and get this hammock set up. Right, I have to sort something separate out for the tarp. Hammock's good though. Okay, here we go. Tarp and hammock Mark 2. It's a bit silly thinking the one rope would do both the tarp and the hammock. So this probably looks a bit mental. That's because it is. I've got a ratchet strap and a rope and some lifting straps and a rope on either side. I've parked the Land Rover in the doorway to try and act as a bit of a windbreak because the walls aren't actually providing that much protection. And then under here, all set up very nicely. It's a brand new tarp this, so it's its first outing. It's a DD 3x3. It's the Coyote Brown. Switched out from a 4x3 because it got covered in diesel in a bizarre boating accident, and I wasn't using the extra meter with the 4x3 anyway. Yeah, and this is my lovely homemade hammock, which I made, must be 12 years ago, once upon a time, when I was doing removals, contracted to the military, shifting squaddies about from military base to military base. I soon realised that kipping in the coffin, as I like to call it, which is the top bunk in the cab of a wagon, is yeah, it's not very fun. It really isn't very fun. So soon realised kipping in the trailer was for the best, and was always skint, so I didn't fancy paying money for a decent hammock. So I made one. It's made out of canvas, It's just 2 layers of canvas, and what I did is I made it way smaller, well shorter than a normal one. I can't remember if that was by intention or because I didn't have much material, but what it means is, I don't know if you can see it, but when you get in, it's only about as long as you are. I mean, my sleeping bag is, that is the head sticking out of it, that's the big Arctic sleeping bag. And yeah, then the foot is right up at the foot. But what happens is when you get in it, it closes around you and it cocoons you in. I know a lot of people that don't like sleeping in hammocks, it's because they kind of fold you in half a little bit sometimes. That doesn't happen with this. You have to really rig it up quite tightly. So there's hardly any, there's hardly any angle at all there, and it keeps you almost straight when you sleep. The ends of it up there by the hood wrap right around your shoulders, and yeah, it just shuts behind you. So all I've got underneath that is a, I don't know if you can see that there. It's a oh, there we go. Still much better. Just a cheap air mat, just a really thin one. There you go, you can see that much better now. Yeah, that's the head there. So this is my new sleeping bag with a centre zip, which is lovely. And yeah, so it's really not very long, but it's very comfortable. There we go. Beautiful spot. Right. Loads of crap in the corner from God knows when, fencing gear and stuff, and half of a mussel buoy, which ended up here after the recent storm, so that came all the way from the sea. Don't know where the other half is. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is try and maybe block a bit more of that gap off, use a bit of this corrugated iron that's hanging about, which I presume is the old, well, temporary roof at some point of this. And then I'm going to get some of the slates that are knocking around, which used to be the roof of that building over there, try and make a little oven, bake some potatoes, cook a venison stew. Enjoy some scenery. Just about to start a fire and the hail came in again. So I'm just waiting for it to pass. It's ages since I've had any time under a tarp. We're not having any trees nearby. Hasn't really been an option. But I sleep well tonight, even in this. Absolutely love hammocking. You alright, Maccas? Huh? Yeah, lad? Yes, I know. You're hailing. It's my bed. You've got your own. change of plan. I was trying to light a fire and it became clear that the tarp wasn't the best idea in there. The walls weren't actually affording much protection, and the wind swung around just 5-10 degrees and it was funneling through. I had 8 tie down points, each one had at least 15 kilos on the end of it. I was under the tarp and there was a gust, and it was, yeah, it was at least 65, 75 mile an hour, and yeah, it moved every single one of them at once. So I could have dropped it right down and pegged it down on the floor, but I didn't want my first night in a hammock for so long to be completely miserable. So always have a plan B, and this is it. I've got a ridge line rigged up very similarly to how I had it in the other ruins. Big ratchet strap round the ruins just behind the camera, over to the landy, and then my lavu suspended underneath it. Gonna get a fire going here. It's taken me that long to get sorted because I had to clear loads of brambles that were just weaved in throughout all this. So I haven't even had a brew yet. Always seems to happen, but that's what it's like when you're up against the weather. So no hammock camping tonight, unfortunately. Have to save it until this wind stops, but never mind having a night in the lavu. Yeah, right, fire going, brew time. Yes, we are getting there. What do you think, Maccas? You hungry? Nearly tea time. Venison Chilli.
chilli. The venison from right here. And then lots of veg, spices, mix of black rice, white rice, red and green lentils. Really thickens it up. Tea time. Oh, Maccas, I forgot about it. Biscuits. Hang on. Wait. Oh, there you go. No, you're not having any of this. Bugger off. It's got chilli in it. Come on. That's yours. This will make you ill. Oh, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. Oh, yeah. Oh, it'll make you ill. Eat your own. Out of my mug just because I didn't bring any cutlery or cutlery crockery. I was planning on carving a cookser today, brought everything, and yeah, with having to move camp, sort this place out, I ran out of time. It's something you want to be rushing, playing with sharp tools, etc. What you saying, Maccas? Some pretty serious hail there.
Hard times here and everywhere you go. These times is harder than ever before. The people are drifting from door to door. Find no heaven, don't care where they go. If I ever get off this killing floor, I'll never get down this low, no. Hard time better be sure. These hard times will drive you from door to door. Door to door. I sing my song, ain't gonna sing no more. I'll sing my song, ain't gonna sing no more.
Ooh. Proper breakfast. Coffee and Bannock. Set you up for the day. I've tried a new recipe. Blended up hazelnuts to almost sort of praline consistency and mixed it in. Handful of dried fruit, handful of fresh blueberries, and instead of milk powder or just water, I've used oat milk. So it's lactose free, that's your kind of thing, and it's delicious, really good. Definitely be making this again. It was a wild night. Hailed every 20 minutes or so, which is fine by me, but don't know what Mac has thought of it. He had a bit of a rough night. It was warm enough, but Mac isn't actually my dog, I just look after him for a friend every now and then. And I hadn't really thought about it, but I don't think he's ever been camping before. So I think he thought, I think he spent all night thinking we were going to go home at some point. So we'd go to sleep, the hail would start, we'd wake up, have a bit of a wine, and again. Yeah, it's been completely psychopathic, this weather. I'm going to have to pack up soon. I'd love to stick around and do some campcraft, but maybe some carving. Too much to do today. No rest for the wicked, even on a Sunday. Yeah, I think that's about it for this video. Got some big news coming up this week. New project I'm going to be starting, which I'm really excited about. Can't really say that much about it, but it's going to make these trips a lot more interesting, open up a lot of new opportunities. Yeah, so I'm really excited. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care.